Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a group of over 500 islands located in the Bay of Bengal. Known for their pristine beaches, lush forests, and rich history, these islands are a paradise for nature lovers and history enthusiasts alike. With a unique blend of cultures and traditions, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands offer a glimpse into India's diverse heritage. The ecological significance of Andaman and Nicobar Islands cannot be overstated. Home to a variety of endemic species, the islands boast rich biodiversity. The lush tropical rainforests are home to unique flora and fauna, including the Andaman wild pig, Nicobar pigeon, and saltwater crocodile. Additionally, the coral reefs surrounding the islands are among the richest in the world, providing habitat for a myriad of marine species. Tourism plays a crucial role in the economy of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Popular attractions like Radhanga Beach, Cellular Jail, and Havelock Islands draw thousands of visitors each year. While tourism brings economic benefits, it also poses significant challenges. Increased footfall can lead to environmental degradation, habitat destruction, and pollution. Therefore, it is essential to balance tourism with conservation efforts. Sustainable development is vital for preserving the natural beauty and ecological integrity of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This involves implementing practices that meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Examples of sustainable practices include ecotourism initiatives, conservation projects, and community-based resource management. By adopting these practices, we can ensure that the islands remain a haven for wildlife and a destination for responsible tourists.
Transport in Andaman and Nicobar Island. Taxis, autos, buses, minibuses are the mode of local transport in Port Blair and other tourist places. Two-wheelers are available for hire in most of the places for sightseeing. In small islands like Swaraj Deep and Shahid Deep, cycles are advisable for exploring places of interest. Ola and Uber services are not operational in Andaman Island. Local transportation alternatives are available for commuting within the island. The good news for many tourists is that Andaman and Nicobar Island will soon get a railway route linking Diglipur and Port Blair. It is for the first time ever that a railway line will put the island on the rail route map. The best way to reach Hyderabad to Port Blair is to take flight from Hyderabad to Chennai and then take connecting flight to Chennai to Port Blair. Many local buses are available at cheap rates for intra-city and inter-city travels in Port Blair, but you have to ask around to figure out the routes. Tourists usually hire two-wheelers from Veer Savarkar Airport to travel around the Port Blair. Buses and autos rickshaw are also available for traveling. Infrastructure and improvement. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are undergoing a significant upgrade in military infrastructure, including the modernization of airfields and jetties, enhancement of logistics and storage capacities, improvement in troops accommodation, and establishment of a storage surveillance system. 2,300 km undersea optical fiber network project worth rupees 1,224 crore has been completed to provide 400 Gbps initial internet to improve e-governance and digital infra. This capable runs from Chennai to Andaman and it connects every corner of island. Andaman and Nicobar Island Railway Project. Those who have visited Andaman knows that there is no rail connectivity within island. Good news is that the Indian government has given a green signal to the 240 km rail line project in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, connecting to Port Blair from Diglipur. The railway line will be constructed within a cost of rupees 2,413 crore. It is right now under construction. 50 megawatt gas-based power plant 2 under construction and 100 megawatt solar energy power park is also under construction. Highway and road infrastructure development. 13 big projects currently under construction, and of which 5-6 have been completed, and all of them will be completed by January. This includes 2 mega bridges connecting North Andaman to South. These road projects are collectively worth rupees 6,330 crore and of 500 kilometers. Port Blair Smart City project include solid waste management project, beautification project would include roadside walkway, water treatment plant, etc. is also undergoing to make Port Blair a beautiful tourist destination.
Andaman and Nicobar Islands offer a fascinating blend of natural beauty, cultural diversity, and ecological significance, making them a truly enchanting destination for travelers and a critical area for conservation efforts. But Andaman and Nicobar Islands transportation practices can significantly impact the local ecosystem, including coral reefs and wildlife. Here are some specific negative effects. First, shipping pollution. The islands heavily rely on shipping for trade and transportation of goods. Shipping activities can lead to pollution through fuel emissions, oil spills, and discharge of waste into the surrounding marine environment. This pollution can directly harm coral reefs and marine life, affecting their health and biodiversity. Second, coral reef damage. Shipping activities, including anchoring and dredging for port development, can directly damage coral reefs. Sedimentation and physical damage from ships can smother corals and disrupt their fragile ecosystems. Coral reefs in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are vital for supporting diverse marine life and protecting coastline from erosion. Third, invasive species introduction. Shipping vessels can introduce invasive species through ballast water discharge and hull fouling. Non-native species can outcompete native species, disrupt ecosystems, and alter habitat structure. Invasive species can threaten the biodiversity of coral reefs and other marine habitats on the islands. Fourth, noise pollution. Increased shipping traffic can contribute to underwater noise pollution. This noise can disturb marine mammals, fish, and other marine organisms, affecting their behavior, communication, and navigation. Noise pollution can lead to stress and habitat avoidance in marine wildlife. Fifth, habitat destruction. Transportation infrastructure development such as roads, ports, and airports can lead to habitat destruction and fragmentation. Deforestation, land clearing, and construction activities can disrupt terrestrial habits, while dredging and construction can harm marine habits. Habitat destruction can threaten the survival of wildlife species in the islands. Sixth, tourism pressure. The islands are popular tourist destination, leading to increased tourism-related activities. Tourism can result in additional pressure on transportation infrastructure, including airports, roads, and boats. Tourism activities such as snorkeling, diving, and boating can directly impact coral reefs and marine life through a physical damage, pollution, and habitat disturbance. To address these negative effects, sustainable transportation practices and conservation measures are essential. This includes implementing regulation to reduce shipping pollution, protecting sensitive habitats through marine protected areas, controlling invasive species introduction, and promoting responsible tourism practices. Community engagement and stakeholder collaboration are also crucial for conserving the unique biodiversity of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands while ensuring sustainable development.
The Andaman and Nicobar Islands, being a unique union territory of India, have several government policies in place focusing on various aspects like transportation, sustainability, environmental conservation, and community welfare. Here is an overview of some key policies along with their positive and negative impacts and areas for potential improvement. The Island Development Agency initiatives. It was established in 2017. The IDA focuses on holistic development of the islands, enhancing tourism, infrastructure, and sustainability. The positive impacts of IDA are economic growth, which boosts tourism, creating job opportunities, and improving local livelihoods, and infrastructure development with improved transportation facilities, including better roads, ports, and airports. But its negative impacts are environmental concerns, as rapid infrastructure development can lead to habitat destruction and pollution, and cultural impact, as increased tourism might affect the traditional lifestyle of indigenous communities. The gaps and improvement areas would be sustainable tourism by implementing stricter regulations to balance tourism with environmental conservation, and community involvement to ensure local communities are involved in the decision making process. Sustainable development policies. The government emphasizes sustainable practices in various sectors, including agriculture, fisheries, and tourism. Its positive impacts are environmental protection with initiatives like mangrove conservation and coral reef protection, and also resource management by promoting organic farming and sustainable fishing practices. But the negative impacts are implementation challenges as effective monitoring and enforcement of sustainable practices can be difficult, and economic constraints as transition to sustainable practices might be costly for local farmers and fishermen. The gaps and improvement areas would be capacity building by providing training and financial support to locals for adopting sustainable practices, and research and development by investing in R&D to find innovative solutions for sustainability challenges. Transportation policies aimed at improving connectivity within the islands and with the mainland. Its positive impacts are improved accessibility as better road networks and more frequent air and sea services enhance connectivity, and economic benefits which facilitates trade and tourism contributing to economic growth. But the negative impacts are environmental degradation as construction of roads and airports can lead to deforestation and loss of biodiversity, and noise and air pollution as increased transportation activities contribute to noise and air pollution. The gaps and improvement areas would be eco-friendly transportation by promoting the use of electric vehicles and renewable energy sources in transportation, and integrated planning to develop a comprehensive transportation plan that considers environmental impacts. Tribal welfare policies focuses on protecting the rights and culture of indigenous tribes in the islands. The positive impacts are cultural preservation, so the efforts are made to preserve the cultural heritage and traditional practices of indigenous tribes, and also education and healthcare for improved access to education and healthcare facilities for tribal communities. But the negative impacts are isolation issues as some policies might inadvertently isolate tribes, limiting their access to modern amenities. And dependency as over reliance on government aid can create dependency among tribal communities. The gaps and improvement areas are inclusive development by ensuring that development projects include the participation and consent of tribal communities, and also empowerment programs to implement programs that empower tribes economically while respecting their tradition.
When it comes to advancing sustainable development in transport, we have several pivotal methods. First and foremost, within air transport, the integration of sustainable aviation fuels is paramount. Encouraging airlines to adopt these fuels not only reduces greenhouse gas emissions compared to traditional jet fuels, but it is also derived from renewable resources. Moreover, investment in electric airlines for short-haul flights and collaborating with air traffic control to optimize flight paths can significantly minimize fuel consumption and environmental impact. In water transport, it is imperative to introduce electric ferries for shorter routes as they boast zero emissions and tranquility in operation. Additionally, the incorporation of hydrogen powered vessels which yield water as a byproduct aligns with a commitment to eco friendly water transport. Developing ports with green infrastructure and promoting slow steaming practices further demonstrates our dedication in reducing fuel consumption and emissions. Within road transport, the establishment of bicycle lanes and bike sharing programs is a step towards promoting cycling as a sustainable mode of transport. Moreover, creating pedestrian only zones in urban areas fosters an environment that encourages walking. In railways, we shall implement light rail transit system for interland transportation. These systems are electrically powered and emit fewer pollutants. Furthermore, designing railway infrastructure to withstand natural disasters such as elevated tracks and flood barriers is essential for resilience. The proposed measures are designed to protect the distinct biodiversity found on the islands, encompassing the preservation of mangroves, coral reefs, and marine ecosystems. Additionally, a key focus is to uphold the rights and well being of indigenous tribes, including Jaravas, Onge, Sentinelese, and Shompen who face vulnerability due to low literacy rates and economic challenges. Lastly, the aim is to improve the quality of life for local communities by enhancing infrastructure.
Community participation of Andaman and Nicobar tribal people in sustainable development. Empowering communities through engagement involving tribal people in decision making enhances social equality and sustainability. Preserving indigenous knowledge and traditions, understanding indigenous practice fosters environmental conservation and sustainable development. Role of tribal communities. Utilizing indigenous knowledge for sustainable practices. Incorporating tribal knowledge enhance environmental sustainability and community resilience in development. Promoting cultural integrity for long-term development. Preserving tribal heritage ensures sustainable practices align with cultural values and traditions. Traditional knowledge. Integrating indigenous practices in agriculture, incorporating traditional farming method, enhance soil health and biodiversity preservation. Revitalizing traditional medicine for health benefits. Exploring indigenous healing techniques, improving healthcare accessibility and sustainability. Promoting indigenous craftsmanship for economic growth. Supporting traditional artisans boosts local economies and preserve cultural heritage. Community-led initiative. Implementing sustainable ecotourism initiative. Developing ecotourism project promote conservation and empower tribal communities economically and culturally. Establish community management marine protected areas. Community-led marine conservation area enhance biodiversity protection and support sustainability livelihoods for tribal groups. Integrating traditional fishing practices with conservation efforts. Incorporating indigenous fishing method ensure resource sustainability and preserve traditional knowledge in coastal regions. Sustainable practices. Reviewing traditional architecture techniques for sustainability, reintroducing ancient building methods, enhance eco-friendly construction practices, and reduce environmental impact. Promoting sustainable food preservation methods from indigenous cultures, utilizing traditional food preservation techniques, decrease food waste and promote self-sufficiency in communities. Implementing indigenous water management strategies for conservation, adopting traditional water conservation methods improve water resource sustainability and ecosystem health. Encouraging participation, educational outreach for sustainable development. Education raises awareness and empowers community to participate effectively in sustainability. Cultural sensitivity training for inclusive engagement, understanding diverse cultures, promote respect and collaboration in sustainable initiatives.